Spider-Man. Oh,
Hey,
it's a thing.
yeah, it is. Whoa,
Yeah, let's go here.
you're on it. You're on traveling, man.
I am. I didn't like that background. Hey, guess
That's
what?
fair. What?
It's Wednesday.
It is Wednesday, and guess what else?
What happened?
People have found the Geek Spot again.
They have. I'm changing up the backgrounds a little bit. I'm messing with some stuff. I'm trying to do some new shit.
Yeah, so if you're only listening on the podcast, you can always catch us live on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch. Usually Monday nights, but occasionally on Wednesday nights.
Especially after the big week that we had. The trailer dropped. Are we allowed to show the trailer? Can we
No.
actually do that? Why?
I'm pretty sure we'd get kicked off YouTube and maybe Facebook.
Is it worth it though?
I think you can play it, but you can't play the sound.
Oh, well, I am going to play a clip later. I'm going to play a clip from a Brazilian TV ad later.
Ooh.
Yeah. We just lost a viewer when I said that. That's awesome.
Yeah, well, it depends on what kind of Brazilian you're talking about.
TV ad. Excuse me.
Oh,
Hi,
like
dear
it's
Mom.
from Brazil.
Yeah, it is.
Got
It
it.
is.
That's different.
Yes. It's
Great time
from
for
Brazil.
my mother to say hi during that conversation.
Perfect. All right, so we're gonna jump in. We're gonna let you. Jack was how was your week? Let me start there. We always start there. Let's go with how was your week? I got the microphone.
It was
back
good.
and shit.
You do. You're fancy. You got the microphone. Your voice is boomier.
I like it.
I had a good week. I was busy. Not busy with gigs, just busy with stuff. I did play with an old friend this past Sunday. I haven't played with in probably 15 years. Now
Yes.
we haven't played together in 10, but we haven't been in a band together in 15.
That was Sunday, right?
It was Sunday in Westchester. Yeah, we did a night duo, which was pretty cool. JD Valentine. We used to play in a band called The Alternative together back in the early aughts. And a band called This Side Up we played in together too back in the same time frame. It was a very busy year. But so that was cool getting to see him. I watched some stuff. I watched
Me too.
Supergirl is finally and sadly over.
Did you level up?
No, I didn't level up yet. That was this week. Last week was more like a sense of freedom.
Yeah, I agree, Carl. Showing a trailer might be worth it. We'll see. We'll have to see at the end.
It was
what
definitely
happens.
a feeling of freedom to get away from Supergirl and everything that they did to try and ruin that show the last few years.
Did they level up?
No. No. I won't give any spoilers because I don't know that anybody was still watching it. So I won't give those. I did watch a show, Only Murders in the Building.
Oh,
which is actually it's Hulu. It's great.
just
Steve
talking about
Martin,
Supergirl.
Martin Short.
Oh, okay,
Selena
okay.
Gomez, super fun, quick,
Yeah,
30-minute episodes.
Jack, you gotta catch up, buddy.
Yeah, Jack
Yep.
McGinty, not me, by the way.
Yeah, no. Well, you too, maybe, but
I do. I watched that. I watched Dope Sick. There's a lot of stuff to watch. Oh, Jack watches Murders. Only Murders.
I started.
It's actually a show about a podcast.
I started the show with The Rock.
The show
Netflix
or the
one?
movie?
The movie.
Oh, yeah. How was your week?
I paused it. I went back to 24. It didn't stink or anything. I just, sometimes you're watching something that it just doesn't catch you, and it didn't grab me at that point in time.
Yeah.
But I am going to go back and watch it because the reviews on it are great. It looks fantastic, and the reviews are pretty good. Better than Ghostbusters Afterlife right now, but I'll talk about that in a couple minutes.
Oh, I haven't seen anything for that. I can't wait.
Oh yeah. I was super sick on Monday, which part of the reason why we didn't go Monday night, and then combined with the trailer coming out on Tuesday, I figured it was better to wait until after the trailer so we could talk about it now rather than wait a week and talk about it next week. Next week we'll have Ghostbusters to talk about since you and I are going to see it tomorrow night.
We are.
And I think we're bringing Danny on, or we're going to try and bring Danny on Monday to let Danny talk about it for a half an hour.
Danny, who is a co-host of our old show, Nerd Revolution Radio.
Correct. Who might be the biggest Ghostbusters fan next to Jason Reitman.
Yeah, he and my friend Ed are probably close, though.
Did your friend Ed build an Ecto one to drive around a neighborhood on Halloween?
I think he has made one before. He has a close to working proton pack thing.
Like close to nuclear working, or just lights and flashy things?
Lights and flashy things.
Okay, that's good.
Movie accurate.
That's pretty awesome now. Yeah, so Monday I was really sick Monday. Not COVID. We're good. We're all good. But as I sit here coughing.
Well, it sounds like you were feeling better until you started talking about it. Now it's it's coming back.
Yeah, it was.
So you watched that? Did you watch anything else? There was another show that came back, I heard.
Oh, yeah, I did. I'm halfway through 24 season 1.
Nice. Did that help you level up?
It did. I did level up a little bit. And
right.
I did catch up on the episode of Flash, which we're going to talk about again in a little bit. That was an episode. Yeah. But I'm going to start in Clerks world.
Okay.
So apparently Kevin Smith said that Clerks 3 probably has more VFX shots than Star Wars.
That's probably fair. So define VFX.
So VFX for this, I guess it means like so he used the example where is if you go back and watch Chasing Amy, because Chasing Amy was done before there was a Twitter and a really like a big internet presence. There's a scene where Holden's walking to the car and you can actually see the camera crew through a window. And there's a lot of that in older movies where you'll see like reflections of camera crews. And what the VFX does, for those that don't know, is they'll go in and they'll digitally scrub the camera crew out of the picture, or they'll remove a mustache from a superhero, sort of, or something like that.
Sometimes they do it well.
Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't work. But according to Kevin Smith, so Clerks, the original movie, cost $27,575 to make.
Yeah.
And
he put it on a credit card.
And he put it on a credit card or credit cards.
Yeah.
But he has a friend that works in video effects, and he said it's probably about $27,000 to remove one thing from a video like that now.
Mm-hmm.
And his friend's going to do that for him at a much lower price to go back in and just, brush up this, touch up that, remove this. And it's a lot of it has to do with logos too. If, if somebody's wearing a Nike hat, like if you go back and watch it, the only thing that pops into my head is one of the Snoop Dogg videos from the Chronic. I think it's Let Me Ride, maybe. Or
never heard of it. Sure.
But they all wear different brands and they're digitally blurred out.
They used to be pixelated. Now they can actually remove them.
Right. Now they'll just scrub it completely and it'll be a blank hat.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So bigger budget than Star Wars, or more of
no,
VFX?
Just more VFX stuff removed. And he said it's like if there's a light in the background, if there's a sign or something like that.
They only had to cut out like wires in the original Star Wars.
Right.
They a lot of practical effects back then, which were way cool.
Yeah, not as much now. Now it's a practical green screen. Yeah. So on Tuesday, this is a pretty neat little story. On Tuesday, which was yesterday, it was the official birthday of Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. So Warner Brothers announced it will be releasing a new special titled Harry Potter 20th Anniversary Return to Hogwarts on HBO Max next year. This will arrive January 1st, 2022, ahead of its network premieres on TBS and Cartoon Network in the spring of 2022.
Okay.
So Daniel Radcliffe, Emma Watson, and Rupert Grint will be on the special. It'll be a making of story through new interviews and cast conversations. Also confirmed to appear. Now tell me if you can tell me who these actors played in the Harry Potter series.
Bring it.
Helena Bonham. That's easy.
Yeah, she was the one that killed Sirius. Spoilers.
Right. Yeah, Helena Bonham Carter. Sorry.
Yep.
Robbie Coltrane. Who was he?
He was Hagrid.
Okay. Ralph Fiennes. Did I say
Ralph
that right?
Fiennes. That was Voldemort.
Okay.
Who's also in the new Kingsman movie coming out soon.
Is he really?
He's the Kingsman in the new Kingsman movie. Yeah.
Oh crap! I didn't realize that. Jason Isaacs.
Jason Isaacs was Draco. Not Draco. Draco's dad, Lucius Malfoy.
I love him in almost everything he does. I think my favorite role of his, next to being in Star Trek, was the Patriot. He was such an awesome bad guy.
He was great in Patriot.
Gary Oldman, obviously, we know who he was.
Serious.
Imelda Staunton.
That was the mom. The redheads.
Weasley's.
Mom, I believe.
Mrs. Weasley. Okay. Tom Felton
is Draco
from The Flash.
Yep. For that one season where they just randomly disappeared him.
Yep. James Phelps and Oliver Phelps. I'm assuming they're the twins.
Yeah, they are. They're the Weasley twins.
Okay. Mark Williams.
Oh.
I didn't even look any of these up. So, Bonnie Wright. I believe she is Harry's wife.
Yeah, she's Ginny.
The Weasley. Alfred Enoch.
Nope.
Only got two more. Matthew Lewis and Ivana Lynch.
No.
Okay. Absent from the list, notably, is J.K. Rowling herself. Will not be part of this. I can't
That's
see
not a
why.
surprise. Yeah.
I can't see why.
I wonder if one of those is the kid that got real good looking as he got older.
Yeah, that was the kid that played Fiddlesticks. What was his name?
Wow, did you just say Fiddlesticks?
I said Fiddlesticks. James, now I'm going down the rabbit hole. James.
Is that Nigel? Nigel, who do you play?
No.
Nelson?
Yes. James Phelps was Fred Weasley. What? Didn't I say that?
The Phelps were the twins.
Oh, I went back one too far. I needed Mark Williams. That's who I needed.
Yeah, the Phelps are in they do a lot of the Comic-Con circuit. They were in Philly 2 years ago.
Okay.
Which there is a date now for Philly Comic-Con next April, by the way.
Is it? Nice.
Philly FanCon. Wizard World is now FanCon. That is coming up in April.
Mark Williams was Fred Weasley, the pop, the dad.
Ah, got it.
Yeah. Let's see. Who is Alfred Enoch? Alfred Enoch was.
Oh, and I was wrong. And Imelda Staunton. That was Dolores Umbridge.
Oh, okay.
It was good guesses.
Dean Thomas was Alfie Enoch.
That doesn't help. Oh, Alfie was one of Draco's kids, right? Maybe. Anyway.
No.
I rewatched them not too long ago because my oldest went through and read all the books.
Gotcha.
Before he was in like 6th grade, which was kind of scary. 5th grade. I was like, okay. I don't know if I could get through those books now. He powered through all of them in like a year and a half.
I read all the books. The books were really good. I mean, I enjoyed the books.
Well, you're a reader.
I am a reader.
I heard there's even books that you read that are coming to TV again.
Oh, I'll get to that.
Like soon.
Yeah, I'll get to that in a minute. So as we mentioned, J.K. Rowling, who was canceled, sort of.
Yeah.
Or on her way. Another person who was kind of canceled, but is on his way back, Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson will star in and direct Lethal Weapon 5, 23 years after the last film was released.
It's been 23 years since the last film?
Yep.
With Chris Rock?
Yep.
Wow.
Now, apparently, Richard Donner, who was the director of the other films, he passed away last year, and I swear to God, I read this. One of his dying wishes was for Mel Gibson to take over the project and direct it.
That's probably the only way that went through the studio.
Yeah.
Though he was just Fat Man, 2 Christmases ago, right?
And he's in the John Wick TV series coming out.
Yeah, all is forgiven of Mel Gibson somehow.
It seems. I mean, I have stuff that comes up on my time hop still about the Mel Gibson tape number 4 is being released today. Can't wait.
Oh, and he even did the Daddy's Home.
Yep. Yep. So one of Danny Glover's famous lines from the movie over and over and over was, "I'm getting too old for this shit," right?
Yeah.
He hasn't been confirmed yet for this, but he's 75 now. Mel is 65. Harrison Ford is 107, just for
That's fair.
a barometer.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean,
I do not believe Joe Pesci will come back. I believe The Irishman was
No.
like his last acting gig.
Mind you, Steve Martin and Martin Short are up there as well. They're not going to be trying to do action scenes.
Yeah.
But you know, the heroes of our youth are aging up.
It's sad to see.
It happens, I hear.
It does supposedly happen. Not to me, though. Never. Walt Disney. The company executives are split on whether the Disney Plus streaming service should feature more adult-oriented content or stay family-focused.
I think that's why they have Hulu.
Right. That's what I thought when they got Hulu was, hey, we're going to put adult stuff like Deadpool and stuff over here, but now maybe they're going to start putting a little bit more adult stuff on Disney Plus.
Which, yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Honestly, they need to rework their whole filter system if they're going to do that.
Yeah.
Because to like let my almost 2-year-old watch like Snow White, I have to make her an adult.
Really?
Yeah, because there's all sorts of warnings about tropes and things like that. They're only allowed to watch Disney Junior, and it's only kid and adult. There's no like in between settings. So they need to redo that whole system one way or the other. And Hulu, I mean, has great adult content, so I don't know why they wouldn't just use that more. And well, so I just saw I started watching Dope Sick on there.
Okay.
Speaking of childhood heroes that got older, Batman is the executive producer and star of that show.
Batman?
The real
himself?
Batman. Well, Michael Keaton.
Oh, that Batman. I was going to say Adam West is no,
that'd be weird.
That'd be a feat.
But that show's fantastic. It's about the opioid epidemic that tearing through the U.S.
I gotcha.
Really good show though, and I don't know if you have any other shows on Hulu in the run list there. But we will likely talk about another one of those next week too.
I do have. Wait, what's next week?
Well, Hit Monkey just came out.
Oh yeah.
The other
scrolled through that and saw that.
Yeah, the other show. So we had MODOK that we barely touched on.
Yeah,
but Hit Monkey.
You watched it? I did watch it.
Yeah, by the end I was in, but it took me like 8 episodes to like buy into the show.
Right.
I like Patton Oswalt and all, but it's a lot of Patton Oswalt. We have a mutual person that we used to work with that's kind of an agent that it was like watching him for a lot of episodes.
Oh,
so anybody that knows who I'm talking about, go take a look at MODOK and you will enjoy immensely.
Yes. Today is Happy Life Day. What's Happy Life Day?
Oh, that's from.
Is that a Star Wars thing?
I believe that's Life Day from Mandalorian, first episode, right?
Oh, was it today? Was it November?
Sounds right. Because the finale came out on Rise of Skywalker.
That's right.
And Disney Plus Day was.
I'm gonna bump Disney Plus Day after I tell you this quick little Ghostbusters thing. Now, take this with a grain of salt, okay? Ghostbusters Afterlife Rotten Tomatoes score is actually worse right now than the 2016 film. Now, it's only got 73 reviews, but it's sitting at 68% by critics. The 2016 movie was reviewed, 390 critics reviewed it, and it hit 74%, but only 49% from fans. Oh, the Star Wars Holiday Special in 1978 came out today. Thank you, Charles. I don't know why Brad's calling me.
Which I believe they referenced, right? In the first episode of Mandalorian?
They did, I think. Yes.
Yeah, good call out, Charles. I still have to go find that. This is the year. I'm going to go find that and watch it. Yeah.
It's on YouTube. But the Ghostbusters thing, I'm not now. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going all in and going, oh my God, the critics are saying it stinks. I hate critics to begin with. Critics are never right almost never right when they rate a movie. To give it though a 68%, that's not good. That's a bad rating. Critics
68's not bad. That's still fresh in some markets, isn't it?
No, I don't think that's fresh.
I don't know. That's
It might be a actually, it
68's
might be a little
borderline.
over. It might be a little over. Yeah, but
It's
still,
in that 60 ranges where
that's
they.
That's a shitty rating for it because
Well,
again, you and I are going to see it.
It could
Actually,
be a shitty movie.
I'll probably post this tomorrow. Anybody listening to it, Jack and I are going to see this Thursday night. Danny and I think 10 or 15 of his friends are going on Thursday night
fresh.
also.
It's 66.
It is fresh. Oh, wow. That's low.
66 with 92 ratings.
I have a funny feeling the fan score is going to be way, 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 way higher.
Well, and a lot of it is a lot of the reviews are just saying that it needs all the original movies and it's just fan service the entire time.
I'm okay with the fan service. I'm okay with that. That's what,
absolutely.
That's what the last Jay and Silent Bob movie was.
That's the point of this
service.
movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's the point of a movie like this.
But there are 2 after credit scenes.
Oh God!
So don't drink all your soda tomorrow night.
One will be Paul Rudd aging backwards and revealing that he's really just a ghost.
Or it's Rick Moranis. I would like to see a Rick Moranis cameo in one of the 2 post-credit scenes, even just for a second. So I'm taking that with a grain of salt. I'm actually excited to see the movie and get popcorn and pretzel bites.
That's fair.
Yeah. So originally I was going to go with Danny. Danny, long story short, they decided to go up to Oxford Valley by you and see it at a United Artists Theater. But I'm part of the AMC club, so I get a free movie every week for whatever, 3 movies a month or whatever. So why pay for it when I can see it for free?
Yeah. By the way, speaking of Rotten Tomatoes, Marvel's Hit Monkey is an 86% Rotten Tomatoes score, which is much better than Cowboy Bebop.
I haven't heard real good things about that.
And another show that's coming out tomorrow.
Another show tomorrow? What's coming out tomorrow?
Supergirl? I believe it's in your rundown still.
Supergirl?
Out. Nope.
Oh, wait. No? Really?
Yeah.
No?
And Red noticed that you said you heard good things about it. It's 35% Rotten Tomatoes. So I think we've established that for Rotten Tomatoes, not the best.
No. We didn't get to mention Disney Day. I was going to kind of blow through that really fast. There was a lot of stuff dumped.
There was, and I don't know if you caught it. Vought did their own.
Yes, I did. It was great.
Which for anybody that hasn't seen it, take a second. Go check out the Amazon Prime stuff because they've been dropping all of these specials from Vought Enterprises. So they did a Vought Plus Day, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
Where they're advertising the Vought streaming service and all of the shows on it. It's great.
Which is amazing.
It's like it's comedy plus and action plus.
It's great.
It's
great. It's hilarious. So the Disney Plus Day, they announced they did a teaser thing for the Obi-Wan series, which is they revealed a Darth Vader Obi-Wan battle. They're gonna fight lightsaber. They're gonna lightsaber duel again, but unless that's some kind of a Force vision or a dream, it doesn't fit in the canon, and you're really screwing things up, right? Because they supposedly
did they say they hadn't seen each other since he became Darth?
Basically,
they didn't talk a lot. Well, right? Was that implied, or did they say it? Or
no,
is that
he said
the extended.
He basically said that the last time we met, I was the blah blah blah.
Well, then if he wins again this time, which he will because we know he survives,
right?
Then so they'll work that in where this will be.
I hope so.
Time.
I hope so.
Unless they want to do another season, then we're all screwed.
Some of the concept art that was released is pretty good, and I'm this is actual art, not stupid fan art.
Yeah, it looks interesting. I think Andor looks way better than I thought it was going to.
Yeah. I do have a couple of Star Wars things that after we run through this Disney Plus thing, I'll give you some of that little Star Wars news. Disney decided they dropped a ton of new content earlier this week. Shang-Chi, Jungle Cruise, Home Sweet Home Alone, unfortunately. Jeff Goldblum, Season 2, Episodes 1 to 5.
Yeah.
Olaf presents Sayo Alberto, Under the Helmet, The Legacy of Boba Fett. Did you get a chance to watch that one yet?
I didn't. I watched Jungle Cruise. We had a family movie night. Watched it. It was fun.
Okay.
It wasn't great. It was one of the better performances I've ever seen The Rock give.
Okay.
He was
That's pretty
less
cool.
rocky than he usually is.
That's good. That's a movie I can't really wait to see either. Sidetrack.
The
Rocky
director's cut
4.
of Rocky 4.
Apparently, it's really, really good. Like,
Mm.
he cut out all the funny bits and unfortunately dumped all the bits with the robot, Paulie's girlfriend,
Oh no.
and added a lot of never before seen footage that makes it a more seriously toned movie.
Yeah, I saw something about it actually completes the story arc that he set up in Creed 2 for Drago.
Yeah, which I want to see it, but I'm not ready to pay $3.99 to see it yet.
That's not a lot of money, Frank.
It's not, but I don't want to pay it. I've got enough stuff going on, Jack.
Yep, got it.
Let's see. Under the Helmet, The Legacy of Boba Fett tells the story of the galaxy's most famous bounty hunter. That's a Disney Plus special. We got a first look at. Excuse me, I am. Ugh. We got a first look at Moon Knight, She-Hulk, and Miss Marvel. We'll start with Moon Knight. I know he's your favorite actor, Oscar Isaacs. They didn't really reveal too
I'm
much.
sold. I'm in.
Yeah?
Yeah,
Really?
as much as I can't stand him, that trailer sold me. Because it looks like they're actually going to have a really interesting take on it.
Okay, cool.
And they're going to go dark. It looks like a Netflix show.
I like it.
It looks, way more like a Netflix show than a Disney Plus show. And I think it's going to be exciting to see. Looks like the costume's actually accurate.
Yeah.
Which is pretty nice.
Yep.
And it's going to get dark, which is also kind of cool based on, what we've seen so far from some of the Marvel shows. Like we're going to get the light fare with Hawkeye. And then I think the next one will probably might be Moon Knight. If they're going to release in the order they advertised.
Yeah. I actually really enjoyed the She-Hulk teaser. I thought that looked really, really good.
Yeah, it looks like they're going the John Byrne run from the 90s.
Okay. And now, am I right in the Miss Marvel one? They're changing her powers a little bit.
Well, her actual powers are super expensive.
Right. That's like the guy like Nate on Legends of Tomorrow turning into steel, like really expensive. Effects.
Like, and she stretches and grows, and that's a lot of stuff to do. So I think they're going to make him probably closer to Captain Marvel's.
Okay.
What I'm more intrigued with that show and how they pull it off is why is Captain Marvel a thing on Earth?
Well, I have no answer for that.
I'm intrigued. I hope they don't just go like, yeah, she's a superhero. Everybody loves her. I'm like, wait a minute.
She was on Earth in the 80s, and then she left, and then she came back for.
She wasn't ever on Earth it was the 90s, but she was never on Earth.
90s.
But as soon as she got her powers, she bounced.
Right. Well, she fought on Earth, didn't she?
No, she fought in a spaceship above Earth for the Skrulls and against the.
Well, maybe they pull her in from Endgame.
It could be, but every time we saw her in Endgame, she was off world.
Except when they had that one full shot of all the female superheroes.
Well, yeah, she came back then.
And that
was so they could help Spider-Man.
That wasn't even Tom Holland. When he handed her when he's standing in front of her with the gauntlet.
Oh, yeah?
No, that's not him. That's a stand-in. And then they CGI'd his face over because he wasn't there that day.
That's funny.
That's the more you know. Disney announced Spider-Man Freshman Year. Animated series. I think Tom Holland's attached to it, but they didn't say specifically. So I guess we're gonna get the Uncle Ben story again.
Or we'll get him as the friendly neighborhood Spider-Man.
No, this is going to be follows Peter Parker on his way to becoming Spider-Man in the MCU with a journey unlike we've ever seen and a style that celebrates the character's early comic book roots. Okay. Jeff Trammell will serve as executive producer and head writer.
I'll take the Steve Ditko style drawings. That's cool. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know that I need to see that story again.
No. Maybe they'll throw pearls in.
Maybe.
Yeah. Agatha, House of Harkness is a new series that will star Katherine Hahn as her character from WandaVision. Jen Schaefer will serve as executive producer and head writer. Interesting. I'm okay with it. She was great as Agatha. I give me more, please.
Yeah, I'm intrigued to see what they do with the story.
And then we have Marvel Zombies, because why not do a Walking Dead? No.
Well, yeah, I don't know if this is going to be based on the What If episode, because that's what it was. It was an alternate reality.
This blurb says it's an animated series that reimagines the Marvel universe as a new generations of heroes battle against an ever-spreading zombie scourge. Directed by Brian Andrews. So, new generation of heroes. That's not Iron Man, Batman, Superman, and the others.
They can't get. Wow. It was a deep Eternals cut there.
Yeah, it was.
We'll see. And I'm the fan of zombie stuff. I watch it all of it. I was torn between taking the gig I had Sunday night and staying home to watch my zombie shows. Even I was split.
You can DVR them and
I did
count the bank account.
I did. They were fantastic this week. By the way,
not DVR them because
they're so good.
Yeah.
Aisha Tyler's on Fear the Walking Dead now.
Boo.
As an ex-wrestler who did wrestling moves to kill the zombies. It was fantastic.
Ashley from the WWF was in an episode of Smallville with Kane.
But she suplexed zombies and off the top rope.
Oh, God.
Oh, it was so good.
Oh, my God.
Oh. But so, yeah, Marvel Zombies, I'm not sure. I don't know if I need it in my life. And as long as they don't make a canon, I'm good because I probably won't watch it.
Ooh. Secret Invasion. We got a teaser for that. Basically, we just got a picture of Nick Fury with a beard and no eye patch.
Yeah, I guess it's filming, right?
Sure. Let's go with that.
They got to film it soon.
Speaking
of our childhood heroes that are getting older.
Are you talking about X-Men 97?
Oh,
it just happened to be next.
But I was talking about Samuel L. Jackson being really old.
Oh, yeah, he's old. I don't know if that's CGI'd makeup or a beard, or is he just growing a gray beard?
He's had one for a while.
Yeah.
Samuel L. Jackson is yeah.
He is
73.
Oof, really? But he's still doing action shit.
He will be in December.
And he's not getting hurt like old man Ford is.
No, he'll be 73 in December. So about Danny Glover's age, I think we established, right?
Brittle Ford.
That's his nickname.
It is
around the gym. Speaking of that, his wife made an appearance on the Supergirl finale.
Oh, good.
Direct in front of a green screen in L.A. She didn't go up to Toronto. She didn't have time for that.
No, she's too busy nursing his wounds.
But they were standalone shots on a beach.
Of course.
I was like, okay.
Of course. Was she tending her wounded ass husband there too? And I love Harrison Ford.
No.
The 1990s X-Men animated series cartoon is being revived in 2023 as X-Men 97. The cartoon will pick up where the original series left off, and many of the same voice actors are going to return to their roles, including Cal Dodd as Wolverine, Lenore Zan as Rogue, Lenora, and George Buzza as Beast, and more. And of course, they used the meme of Wolverine lying in bed looking at the photo, and in the photo is X-Men 97.
Yeah. Did you watch? Were you a fan of that?
Yeah,
show?
I liked
See,
it.
I saw.
I caught it on and off. I didn't watch it start to finish. I caught it on and off. Actually, I was more a fan of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends when I was growing up. That was my show.
On Disney Plus, by the way. Does not hold up. Does not hold up at all. No.
When Peter goes into his apartment and he pulls the statue and the whole apartment turns into gadgets, it doesn't hold up?
No, neither does most of the humor.
No?
It's very late 70s, early 80s.
Cringe?
Very cringy.
Ooh.
I mean, remember the dog, Miss Tiger?
Vaguely.
Yeah, even that doesn't really hold up.
Mm.
Yeah, the first episode is like, you're like, I don't know how this is on TV.
Wow.
Right now. Yeah. Because I was like, I love that show. Let me watch. Nope. Bad idea. I never watched the 97 X-Men series. So I remember going and seeing that they like told stories. And I heard the best version of the Phoenix Saga is on that show.
It is.
So maybe I'll go and watch that before this comes out, because that's not till 2023.
2023, right?
Yeah,
it's a long way away.
It is. Disney likes to to tease us with things that are going to come out
Yeah, they
years in the
do.
future.
There's a ton more stuff. Cars, Princess and the Frog original series, Zootopia, new short form series headed to Disney in 2022. A new Predator movie, Prey, is on its way.
Yeah, there's
Finally.
some other Pixar stuff they had too. They had a little Pixar short about some of the shows that look kind of neat.
Yeah.
One's doing like a take on like a softball team that goes to like a tournament.
Oh.
It's animated, but every episode is the same week from a different point of view.
Oh, that's interesting.
Sounds like a really cool concept, right?
Yeah.
So like you get the coach one week, you get a parent one week, you get different players on the team the other days.
Oh, that's
and you
interesting.
get to see the same story from all the different viewpoints.
Well, I like that. I like the sound of that.
So I think that might be neat.
Peter Jackson's making a boring ass documentary, apparently.
Is it about The Hobbit?
No. I would watch that.
He sold his company. He sold the company that did the effects. For
really?
For like all the money.
I bet he got a lot of money for that.
Yeah.
No, apparently he's doing a 3-part documentary called Get Back, the Beatles.
All right.
Boo. That documentary will be as overrated as the Beatles are.
That should be wow.
Hot take.
Is it? I feel like Ken Burns has probably already been working a Beatles documentary for the last 20 years. So it's just waiting to finish up.
Let me see what else. Let me flip through this. Andy Samberg and John Mulaney will be Chip and Dale.
I don't need it.
No. Hocus Pocus 2.
Oh.
Disney Plus fall 2022.
Did you see the preview photo, the set photo from Hocus Pocus 2?
Looking at it now.
So much makeup.
A little bit.
Because they all look the same.
Yeah, a little bit.
And they don't all look the same.
Nah, Kathy doesn't look the same. Kathy looks her age. Kathy looks Bette Midler's age then.
Well, Bette Midler's age then was like mid 40s. Right?
Yeah, she looks.
So,
bad.
Wow.
Live action Pinocchio, fall 2022. Tom Hanks, Cynthia Erivo, Luke Evans, Benjamin Evan Ainsworth, Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, we've already gotten previews for that, though.
Yeah, we did. Let's see. Ice Age will never stop being a thing.
Well, that's when they bought. That was DreamWorks, right?
Yeah. Cheaper by the Dozen reboot with Gabrielle Union and Zach Braff in March 2022. Disenchanted. And then there was a Willow thing.
Oh, I didn't see the Willow thing. What was that?
I didn't see it, but it's I didn't watch it. I saw it, but I didn't watch it. Warwick Davis took fans behind the scenes and introduced them to the cast of the show that will serve as a sequel to the film from 1988.
So who's the kid? Did they say who's playing the kid?
I would have to look that up.
Is it the girl from Falcon and Winter Soldier and Star Wars?
Joanne Wally Kilmer?
And
like how I pulled that out of my butt.
Yeah, that was impressive. From Solo and from
she was
the redhead.
She was a super crush when I was a kid. Like,
no, not her.
Crush.
No, yes, but no, not her. The baby in the Willow movie.
Oh, Erin Kellyman.
Is that the chick from Falcon and Winter Soldier?
I believe. Let's see. Yes, it is. I don't even have to scroll past the picture because
I'm excited to see her do something that's not like weird and dark.
Yes. Yeah.
Because I think she's pretty fantastic.
Oh, she's great in Falcon and Winter Soldier. I love her.
Yeah, but I want to see her not in like
Yep.
that kind of role, but she was in the same thing in Solo.
Diary of Wimpy Kid movies.
Nope.
Better Nate Than Ever.
Nope. I think that's enough Disney.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're done with this. Oh, actually, the Will Smith thing looks pretty good.
Oh, well, crap. We're not done Disney Plus.
No,
I'm sorry. Movie?
Yeah, the Welcome to Earth thing, that looks pretty cool.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about King Richard.
That actually looks good too. I'm actually really looking forward to seeing that.
That has some Rotten Tomatoes pull. It's 91%.
Look, man, I've seen a trailer twice now in 2 different movies, and it really does look really good.
It does. I was like, "What is this?" And then I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
all right."
His book came out, and the excerpts from his book is actually pretty interesting.
Well, and he paid all of the cast of that movie.
Yep.
Out of his own pocket.
Yep.
Because they're doing a simultaneous release with HBO Max.
Now over to Star Wars, right?
Oh yeah. It's Life Day. Happy Life Day.
Happy Life Day.
Thanks again, Charles.
And on Life Day, we find out Kathleen Kennedy signed a new 3-year deal to stay up at the top of Lucasfilm.
Yeah, through
On the
2024.
heels of that, Rian Johnson's Star Wars movie has reportedly been shelved to creative differences, as well as we mentioned last week the Patty Jenkins Rogue Squadron movie was delayed. It's indefinitely delayed now because of creative differences.
Yeah, well, the Rian Johnson one I understand because I don't think he's ever seen a Star Wars movie.
Probably not.
I don't know if he even watched his.
Probably not.
He definitely didn't watch Phantom Menace.
Nope. No, he didn't.
Not Phantom Menace. What am I thinking of?
None of them. He didn't watch any of them.
What's the one right before his, though?
Yep, exactly. Force Awakens.
There you go. He definitely didn't see that movie before he filmed his.
No, he did not.
So that one, I'm not upset about any of that. The problem is, though, the other people. Wow.
What?
That was serious from Paul.
Yeah, Pete. Pete. Yeah, Pete's not a fan of. If George Lucas didn't have anything to do with it, Pete pretty much hates it. But I think he's come around on Filoni and Favreau. So
that's because Lucas worked on them, so it's okay.
Right.
I
take a deep breath, Pete. It'll be all right.
I am nervous about the rest of the ones they announced because I don't see Taika as having any free time in the next 5 years.
No.
And
no, not at all.
And I don't see Feige being able to pull away from Marvel right now. There's so many things cooking.
Yeah, they have a lot of stuff in the
for him to keep his through line. He's got to be on all of them to pull away from that and do a Star Wars movie. I don't see that happening.
No, not at all. All right, so we're going to transition over to the one big major thing that we were going to talk about. And for that, breaking news.
Ooh.
Everybody is in Spider-Man No Way Home. Everybody. You're in it. I'm in it. Yeah, we have a small part.
That tracks.
Yeah, we're a podcast in it. But actually, I just like the breaking news thing because it looks cool.
It does.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on KTLA.
Yeah. Or what's the Marvel network? WHAH or something. They have a news network.
Do they?
It's always running in the backgrounds. Could be Gotham TV. John Cena had a nice cameo punching. Yeah. So we're definitely gonna get to that in a minute. I'm actually gonna show that at the end, and then we're gonna roll the trailer and see if anybody shuts us down before we go off here. What did you think of the trailer? I'll give it to you first.
Thanks. Well,
I want to start on a downer.
Yeah, build them back up. That's good. Nowhere to go but up. I thought it was okay. I'm excited to see the villains. I think it's a weird concept to be all right, well, all of the villains are ones that other Spider-Men have killed, and now you have to kill them all.
Yeah, but
concept.
Doesn't that track with the character though, where he doesn't like to kill things either?
Well, yeah, he doesn't. And I mean, it tracks with Marvel movies that they kill the villains in every episode. Right. That tracks, but I think that's a weird concept to drive home to the kid that is supposed to be 17.
Right.
Let's not forget he's a junior in high school.
True.
And these people are all juniors in high school because they all disappeared for the blip, right? So they didn't age up and be weird.
Correct.
I'm excited to see it, obviously, but I think we got such a small snippet that I think there's 40 minutes of movie before we even get to any of this.
Oh, it's an almost 3-hour movie.
Yeah,
from what I understand, you're yeah. I have the opposite approach. I actually was really excited for it. I really was I'm all in with it. I don't mind the story beats. It really does look like Dr. Octopus is going to be not so much a villain, but maybe he's that smart scientist that kind of understands what's going on, as opposed to an irrational guy that just wants to kill Spider-Man.
Right.
Did you notice? I'm going to go through a list of stuff from the trailer real fast before we show that other thing. It's never real fast. We can. Did you notice his arms had a lot of red in them?
Maybe. Yeah, there was the one clip where they showed it when Doctor Strange was talking. Yeah.
Right. So Stark technology? Because from what I understand, in Spider-Man 2, way back in Tobey Maguire land,
Yeah.
they were actually going to have a line in there that said that stuff was made by Tony Stark, but they didn't. I don't know if they
Well, they didn't have the rights to the name.
probably no. Back then, there was no sharing going on.
That's intriguing.
It would
I don't
be an
know if it'll be
interesting
Stark
thing.
Tech.
It would be an interesting thing. But all right. So here's 14 details. I went to BuzzFeed for this one.
Or is all of this just another Mysterio mirage, and none of this is actually in the movie?
It could be.
Because, and I'll tell you where I get all the people are coming in. My favorite Spider-Man stories are the small stories.
Right.
Like, I was excited for, like, let's deal with this craziness of Peter not having it being unmasked now. Like, how do you deal with that, and how do you navigate that in a world where most superheroes aren't masked?
Right.
Right, which is the way Marvel set it up, where most people know who everybody is.
Right.
So why is there one?
He's the first kid, basically.
Right. So, like, I was excited to see that story, and this is like every second of this trailer is like, no, it's bigger, and it's bigger, and then it gets bigger. I'm like, oh my god!
But they got Electro right.
They did.
Yeah. I mean, the looks of the villains are pretty effing good, all things considered.
Yeah, well, that's because they got that Marvel money now.
Yes.
Marvel said we'll pay for that.
So first the trailer shows us what seemingly happens directly after Spider-Man Far From Home, with MJ and Spider-Man swinging away, following the secret. We get our first glimpse at the black and gold suited Spider-Man, which I guess is infused with magic.
Yeah, and I think we saw some. I thought I saw some of the Night Spider stuff too, right? The Night Monkey.
I hope so. Dylan makes a good point. Also, he said, "I hope we get more Mysterio." Felt his actual villainy was so short because half the movie played him as a hero. I agree. He's a great character. It'd be great to not kill him off and bring him back. Like, please stop killing all the villains.
Yeah, and I think it's like you said, like, I think that's the sixth, right? Because we only saw 5. I think Mysterio will be your 6th villain because this Spider-Man killed him.
Right.
So that completes your Sinister 6, and that gives you, the carryover to that, and the one from this universe that you killed comes back now too, and you have to kill him again.
Right. Doc Ock doesn't recognize this version of Peter Parker, which could mean the theory that he isn't actually saying hello, Peter, to Tom Holland Spider-Man is true. I don't believe that. I believe that he thinks he's seeing, he sees a Spider-Man and he
thinks it's Toby.
Peter. Right. When the trailer pans the New York City skyline, you can see the Statue of Liberty is decked out to honor Captain America. You could spot a giant shield at the top and a poster commemorating the first Avenger. I actually didn't pick that up. I thought it was just flashy stuff, but this picture actually shows that the Statue of Liberty is holding a Captain America shield.
Yeah, and I think you even see Spider-Man swinging around it at some point in the trailer, but you just, unless you knew what it was, you don't catch that.
We get a good look at J.K. Simmons, who is returning as J. Jonah Jameson. That was a pretty cool shot.
Yeah.
Doctor Strange mentions that all of these villains die fighting Spider-Man. It's their fate, which lines up with what we see happen to some of them in previous Spider-Man movie franchises like Green Goblin's death in Spider-Man and Doc Ock in Spider-Man 2. Jamie Foxx makes his first official appearance as Electro and looks absolutely freaking awesome, I think.
He does. It's a lot of backstory to tell for villains that are...
Yeah, well, that's why it's 3 hours.
Well, and it's weird where he pulls in where it ends with Doctor Strange being like, oh, they're coming through. It's like, okay, well, clearly this is earlier in the movie when all the villains come in at this spot.
Let's see. We saw hints of him in the first teaser trailer, but we get a perfect look at Willem Dafoe's Green Goblin. Also, there's another shot of a goblin that this got wrong. So you saw the other shot of a goblin without a mask on. That also, somebody looked at it in high res. That also is Willem Dafoe. It's just a different outfit for him.
That's upsetting.
It is, because it's not Dane DeHaan, unless it is, and they're wrong.
Who?
Dane DeHaan.
Oh, the one they were setting up from the Amazing Spider-Man?
The others, the other.
So, and Dylan has an interesting point in the chat. We'll look at that in a second. But with I think that would be Ned coming to help as the Hobgoblin.
Right. That'd be awesome.
Because, we did get I don't know why you would give Green Goblin a new suit other than it was when we saw him in the old suit already in the trailer.
Yeah.
I think that's somebody else on it. And Ned, lost a ton of weight and is super in shape now.
Yeah, he
Even though
did.
it looks like they try and hide it through the trailer by dressing him in super baggy clothes.
Yeah.
Until they have the reveal, right?
Yep. Sandman makes his first official appearance in this trailer. He was played by Thomas Hayden Church in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, The Dancing Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, and look, he was in I don't remember him dying in that, but maybe I need to watch it again.
No, pretty sure he did not die. I think they actually saved him. We got our first confirmation that the Lizard, aka Dr. Curtis Connors, will appear. We're going to have something on that in a minute. The John Cena punch, as Dylan mentioned. And finally, the most heartbreaking detail is the Gwen Stacy moment with Mary Jane as she's falling. Oh, I'm sorry, MJ, as she's falling to her supposed death. Lots of crazy theories running around about that too. That's the part that Andrew Garfield's going to show up and save her, writing his mistake, or not so much mistake, but his.
I don't know. He's pretty adamant he's not in the movie.
He is. I was saying to a guy at work today that he's like, why is Garfield saying no so much and Tobey Maguire isn't? And that's because Tobey Maguire isn't working and Andrew Garfield's promoting another movie. So every time Andrew Garfield walks into a thing and he's like, they're like, oh, you play a piano, but you're in Spider-Man. And he's like, no, talk about this movie. All right, you're in a movie with a piano, you're in Spider-Man.
Right.
And that's what they keep doing to him. I feel bad for the guy. Before we show the clip. So what Dylan says here is, if you remember, Dimitri was the bus driver for Peter's trip. Do you think that's Dimitri, as in the chameleon, a.k.a. the master of the skies? Maybe he disguised himself as Mysterio and Peter killed him. Enter Kraven the Hunter. I mean,
I don't think we'll get Kraven here.
No.
I think that's too complex of a character to burn in this movie. Because I think you get Kraven's Last Hunt eventually.
Okay.
Which is one of the best Spider-Man stories ever written. And I think you get that, and you need to develop Kraven first. I think you get like a standalone. Do we think we get Venom in this?
I would hope. I mean, they pulled him in at the end of his movie. Spoilers.
But do we think that's a pull? I don't know if you get Venom.
Could he be the sixth?
I mean, it may. I don't know if you burn him in this movie.
I mean,
right? Like cameos are great, but like everybody you put in this movie is being burned from another story.
Possibly,
you can tell with
yes.
them.
So
just the way Marvel does it, right? Because Marvel doesn't let villains make it to another movie usually.
No, Kraven is getting his own movie, but maybe they'll mention him to set it up. Mysterio will probably be number 6. Venom might be a post-credit. Yeah, I could see that.
I think
and they
you
could
see
set
Peter Billings is Mysterio now.
Who?
Like Ralphie from Christmas Story?
Oh, yeah.
I think you see him as the new Mysterio.
That would be interesting. All right, I'm going to show this 12-second clip here. This 12-second clip was pulled from the Brazilian, as we mentioned at the beginning of the show, this Brazilian TV spot, and it was slowed down. So if we disappear after this, thank you for coming and watching the show. Please make sure you go subscribe to the podcast, Spotify, YouTube, subscribe to the channel, Apple, give us a rating. If not, Jack will come back after this and maybe we'll watch the trailer and give you the whole spiel again. So Let me do this. Share screen window. Where the hell is it?
Leave your sound off is the best way to not get canned.
Can you? All right.
And we can talk through it.
Oh, hold on.
Oh.
Yeah, I didn't do that right.
Nope.
There we go. Sorry, we're juggling different things here.
Frank's only got 4 screens working today, not his 5 that he usually has.
No, I only actually have 1.
Oh, that's your problem.
Yes. Window. Here we go. All right. I am going to I turned the sound off. Can you see that?
Yep.
All right, here we go. So if you look, Peter's up there. Ooh, that was fast, wasn't it? There we go. Peter's up there, Tom Holland, but down here, whoa. And we don't need to talk.
Is that him getting punched, or is that just the
That's
explosion?
That's him getting
the
punched.
Explosion that's going off to the left of him, moving him to the side.
No, what I think they're doing here is I think they're doing exactly what they did in Endgame. Only when they did it in Endgame, nobody had any idea what was going on. So if you remember when Rocket opens the door in the trailer, Smart Hulk's behind him, but they edited him out. And when they were all walking towards the thing to go back in time, they edited it out. And that people knew that things were edited out because they could tell by the spacing.
Right.
But they didn't know that it was Fat Thor, Smart Hulk, and I think it was Captain America with it, whatever. But they edited a couple people out.
Yeah,
and
it was a Hulkbuster uniform. They edited it out,
right? And they edited a lot of stuff out in that trailer, but people didn't really realize what was being edited out. I'm glad they didn't show the other two if they are in this movie. I'm glad they didn't show the Charlie Cox thing if it is indeed him in this. If he is in this movie.
Do we think this is the last trailer, though?
Yes. I think if you get another trailer, you're going to get a combination of these two trailers together.
Possible.
I don't think you're going to get any. If they're smart, they won't give you any more new scenes because what's out there now is a lot for this movie.
Yeah. And if you said it's 3 hours, then realistically
It's
we've got
almost 3 hours.
Then we've gotten 6 minutes of a 3-hour movie, so there's plenty of movie left.
True, but if I don't like. I hate spoilers. So, the only other thing I was going to mention tonight, aside from the Spider-Man thing, was Wheel of Time is coming out. They had their big red carpet premiere yesterday, and apparently the reviews are off the charts for it.
Except on Rotten Tomatoes. Don't look at Rotten Tomatoes.
No. I don't like Rotten Tomatoes. I think is so shit. There's definite deviation from the books, which of course you're going to have to do when you make a movie from a book. You're going to have to deviate. There's a lot of inner monologue stuff that happens throughout these books that they're going to have to cut out. I'm pretty sure it got renewed for season 3 already, and they haven't even finished season 1 yet.
That's Amazon's new thing. Yeah. They're like, we want you to tell your story, and we're going to sell more toilet paper tomorrow. So
here's more money.
Yeah.
So I'm actually off Friday, not because of that, but they dropped the first 3 episodes Friday, so I'm actually going to just sit in front of the TV and not play Halo and play that.
Sure you will.
I am.
Well, so that's exciting. So next week we'll have that to talk about. We'll have Ghostbusters to talk about.
We have Ghostbusters.
We'll have. I think I'm going to watch some Hit Monkey. The animation looks amazing.
I'll finish Red Notice.
Like if there's even if you get a chance to check out Hit Monkey just for the animation alone, looks phenomenal. But hey, since you couldn't see what we showed before, if you're listening on the podcast, make sure that you subscribe. You drop us a 5-star rating if you're on iTunes. Anywhere else, click that subscribe. On Spotify, we occasionally drop some polls and things like that. And if you're following us on Facebook or YouTube, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button on there too. On Facebook, follow us, and that way you'll get notified when we start these things up. And if we're doing moving to Wednesday instead of Monday, which doesn't happen too often, but every once in a while life pops in. Oh, new Resident Evil comes out next week too. Great.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot coming. So I'll probably if that this is the one without Mia Jovovich though. So I don't.
Yeah, but this one looks more video game accurate.
Yeah,
from what I understand. So
I got Resident Evil 4 on my VR. I just have to play it. So my kids played it.
Oh yeah,
but I haven't touched it. Yeah, on the Oculus. You can get it.
I have it. I have one. I never use it.
Resident Evil, the new Resident Evil is on there. It's a zombie game, Frank.
Oh, so you lost me. I'll go back to playing Star Wars.
So yeah, so we thank everybody for listening and watching wherever you have the chance, and catch us again soon. Thank you all for finding the Geek Spot.
Do you want to go out with the trailer?
Yeah. Okay. And you can find us. It's right underneath. You can find me at Jack Kid Music, and you can find Frank at Gimzak, and you can find us on every social media platform at Geek Spot news.
Sorry, we're waiting for an ad. It was a 30-second ad this time.
Dude, you really got to start paying for some premium stuff there.
No, I'm good.
Mm.
I have Plex. So what you said, sound off, right? It doesn't have
Sound
the same
off
effect.
for the trailer.
Doesn't have the same effect, but
It'll definitely cancel. I mean, you can leave the sound on, we'll get flagged.
I'm kind of curious if it'll happen. But actually, yeah, since we can't say the word Eternals,
Well, no,
on Facebook.
Is there music in it?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
it's the music that flags you.
It might be. We'll see what happens. You know what? I'm gonna go sound up. Sound up. Here we go.
I'll tune in and let you know.
We're living vicariously now, baby. All right, let me share this and then hey, if we disappear during this, we did this for you. Oh, I'm not sharing a video file. You figure I know how to do this. I literally just did this. And now the share button. There we go. Share screen window. Spider-Man No Way Home. Here we go. Spider-Man No Way Home trailer with sound.
Well, there's no sound, but that's okay because you're not sharing the sound on your computer. But yeah, so we get Peter is public enemy number 1, right? All the media copters are here, and then everything's fine.
All he wants to do is be with MJ.
Yeah, which is still weird. Their dynamic. They did a little bit of work on that, but they could keep going. And then he goes to Doctor Strange and screws everything up.
There's the Goblin Ball.
And then the villains start showing up. Right? We actually get to see the Green Goblin. We get to see Electro. We get to see... Is that the Magic Spider costume or is that Night Monkey?
No, I think that one's Night Monkey.
Yeah.
See, now there's no red on his claw. Now there is. Okay.
Yeah. Which I have to watch the original again to see what his tentacles look like.
This was pretty funny. Where they're poking fun at his name.
Yeah. It's a lot of CGI on Alfred Molina, though.
Yeah. Now that's the magic suit.
So that was the magic suit earlier. That wasn't Night Monkey. And this, I don't know why we had to do the Scooby-Doo stuff. Is it because they're high school kids? Is that where the Scooby-Doo?
I guess. I didn't get the Scooby-Doo line either.
Yeah. I mean that's not a Disney.
Was that Run Barry Run?
Probably. We are getting. I don't know how I feel about having Iron Spider again. The costume.
I don't think he'll be in it a lot. So he takes the little magic box.
Yeah, and then for some reason they're on a train. Oh, we had Aunt May running. I could have used more Aunt May in the trailer. That would have been nice.
Could have used a lot of Aunt May in the trailer.
So that shot there that they just showed looks like Electro fighting Doc Ock.
Okay.
So you see Doc Ock
falling
backwards.
Not that, but do you think that scene with Happy in the car is Happy dying?
No.
You don't think they'll kill him off?
No, I mean, we spent a whole movie with him lamenting the loss of Tony Stark.
Now, see, he reached out for her. He didn't shoot the web at her.
Well, right, because when you shoot the web, you snap their neck.
Right.
And then we're back on the Statue of Liberty for all this. So, and you think Aunt May? They just did that story though in the video game. I don't think you get that in the movies, Dylan.
Does Aunt May or does maybe Happy die? One of them? I don't think you kill Happy.
I don't know if they kill off a good guy in this one. I mean, it's I get the and maybe they're going to go with the comic book version. We did not get kicked off, by the way.
Nice. Well, there's no sound.
With the I don't know if you get the in how they like to torture Spider-Man is just the thing, right? Like, how much can you make this kid go through? But he's still a kid.
He is still a kid.
The problem with this, right? Like,
yes, he's a senior in high school now.
If you're going to keep him going and have the character, because he's not signed for much more.
No, I think this is it, really.
No, he's got one more group movie with Marvel, I think.
Okay.
One more team up.
I think as long as he wants to do this, he'll be able to do it.
Yeah, but he's also getting a little busier.
He is.
Because we'll see what happens with Uncharted.
Well, yeah.
and what happens with Sony and Marvel and all those kinds of things. But so we'll see how he goes with that. But like, I don't know why you would keep doing that to the kid version of him. Like, let him get to college at least before you start killing
And then
off
mess
more
with
people.
him.
Yeah, like this storyline in the comics that they're doing where he's outed, has to do with him and MJ, and he loses MJ as part of this, as part of the deal.
Right.
It's all with Mephisto.
Right.
But he's been married to MJ for like 10 years, for years at that point.
There was,
and we're going to be nowhere near that, in this storyline with the kids still in high school. So,
no.
But we'll know more soon. As we said, next week we'll talk Ghostbusters and some other stuff. Find us everywhere that we talked about earlier. Hit that like button, subscribe, and thanks again for finding the Geek Spot this week.
Let me share one more picture before we go. Sorry, I just found this. Never mind. It didn't work.
Okay, cool.
All right. Thank you, everyone. Had a great time. Bye.